Summer is one of the most exciting seasons in O'Fallon, as it means it's time to get outdoors and fully enjoy everything our city has to offer. Summer is synonymous with sports, events, festivals, and soaking up some sun. But as temperatures soar, so too does the risk of heat-related illness. We all know exposure to the sun can lead to uncomfortable sunburns, but high temps can also lead to cramps, heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and more. The good news is that heat-related illnesses are preventable, and we sat down with paramedics from EMS Station 14 in O'Fallon for some tips on how to stay safe. To get started, here are some symptoms to watch out for that might indicate a heat-related illness is developing.
If you're starting to feel sick to your stomach, maybe you stopped sweating, you've been sweating but now you've stopped, a headache, maybe some visual changes, things like that.
You can get into a much worse kind of heat illnesses when you're talking confusion or seizure activity or unconsciousness. And obviously those things could be a lot of other problems as well, but heat-related illnesses can go from really minor complaints to really major life-threatening concerns.
So if high temps are in the forecast, what can you do? The safest answer is also the simplest. Just don't be outside when temps are at their hottest.
Probably the number one thing a person can do to prevent a heat-related illness is to be smart about when you spend time outside. It's better to do your activities early in the morning or later in the evening if you have that kind of flexibility. It's just to avoid it if possible.
Avoiding being overheated starts like the day prior. Making sure that you have plenty of fluids on board, taking care of yourself in advance of having to go out and do something like that. And then make sure you have somebody that can check on you, especially if you're an older person. Make sure that you have somebody that knows where you're at and what you're doing so that they can come and check on you periodically.
If you have to be outside during high temperatures, make sure you stay hydrated. Sports drinks and lemonade can replace vitamins and electrolytes lost due to sweating. And if you're running errands, it's critical that you don't leave pets or children in your car. Temps can rise to dangerous levels in a matter of minutes, as heat from the sun gets trapped in the car, kind of like a greenhouse. On an 80-degree day, the temps inside a car parked in direct sunlight can quickly climb to 140 degrees or more, which is deadly for children and pets alike.
A lot of times what we see is that this is truly an accident, where they leave their kids in the car. Maybe they just meant to run into the gas station for 5 minutes, they run into a friend, and then before you know it, now it's been 10 minutes, the car's been off.
Heat inside of a vehicle can rise rapidly. You've got sunshine coming in the windows, you've got no air movement. You see the engine usually isn't on, and it just becomes a stagnant atmosphere that heats up really fast.
So remember, plan your day out so you're not outside during the hottest part of the day. Take caution while exercising or doing yard work, and take frequent breaks to rehydrate and cool off. Never leave children or pets in a car, no matter how briefly. Finally, if you feel fatigued, dizzy, faint, or experience other issues after being in the heat, call for professional help right away.
If you're having a medical emergency, you should call 911. That is what we're here for. We're happy to come out, check you out. It doesn't mean you have to go to the hospital right away, but at least we can rule out some of the bigger things. And at least in this type of situation, get you cooled off and hopefully help you feel better.